Alrighty, welcome to my wood shop. I'm in the process of doing a job for a client. He wants me to put on these here spindles here that come off some sort of bedpost of some sort, and he found this and he wants me to put this together for a bigger project that I'm working on. And these spindles right now are flat on the ends here, and I had to cut them flat so I can do the work on these. And I found a way where I can, instead of drilling and putting a dowel in, I found a way where I can form a dowel on the end of the column. And I thought it would be just a nice way to show here, a nice tip, a woodworking tip here of how to do this. So stay tuned. Okay, I'm going to start out by, I'm going to be forming a 1/2 inch dowel tenon. So I got a piece of 1/2 inch dowel here. I'm just going to center that on the end here like this, and then I'm going to mark all the way around the pencil line. Alright, so I traced that around here with the pencil line. Try to get that on center as much as possible. And so there's my line all the way around. Okay, I made that pencil line a little bit darker so I can see that a lot better. Alright, step number 2. I'm going to measure out here now from the end here, and I'm going to come down here and I'm going to mark this at 30 1/8 right there. 30 1/8. Okay, the next part of the step now is I want to transfer that line all the way around. So I take a piece of tape here, I line it up to my line, and very carefully I look over top of it and just drop that down, straight down, like so. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to double check that by switching that on the other side now, 180 degrees, and take a measurement. Okay, this way here. Okay, and then that gives me all 4 sides. Double check. Alright, and now the next step here, I'm going to take a very thin bladed saw here, fine tooth, and I'm just going to follow along that tape a little bit at a time about the depth of the teeth itself, and that should give me the depth I'm looking for. And so on. Okay, once I have that cut all the way around the perimeter, I'll drop it down the side here, get it into the V groove on this. And now what I'll do is I'll take my chisel and I'll start paring down close to my pencil line there, and I'll pare that down all the way around like an octagon. Now I'll hit these corners here. And so on. Okay, now once I got an octagon around here and I got a pretty good even shoulder around here, what I'll do now is I'll take my file and I'll start getting that just a little bit rounded over a little bit now, all the way around, and try to keep a even shoulder. And so on. Okay, so now that I got pretty well rounded over here a little bit and the shoulder pretty well evened up through here, I now move to my next tool here, and that's nothing more than a piece of hard oak with a 1/2 inch hole drilled through here. That's all it is. And I put a little wax on the one side here to make it easy. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put this on here and I'm going to start twisting it and start forming the dowel onto this. As I go so far down, I'm going to be pushing some material up, and I'm going to take my file and I'll have to take that down on, and we'll see how that goes. Okay, so what I do is I just put this on here like this, and I'll just start rocking it back and forth a little bit to get it started. I go back and forth with a little bit of filing here, and then I will now go back to this again. Now I've waxed that so that's making that squeal like that, but it's making it slide a little bit like it needs to do. And I got that formed down so far. And what I'm doing is I'm crushing the grain a little bit too, which makes it a little bit harder. And what I'll do now is I'll keep on filing that down a little bit, and then just keep on applying that form until finally it goes all the way down through there. Should be the last one now, probably right here. It's very important to put wax on there though, so we don't break the dowel off. Let's take a look at it now. Yep, that's getting nice onto the shoulder there, pretty good now. So what we'll do now is pull this off and see what we got here. Okay. So what's happening by using this here former like this, this is not cutting the dowel, but rather it is crushing the grain, and it's actually burnishing the wood. So by crushing the grain and burnishing the wood, that means then by putting moisture to it, glue on there that would cause moisture, that would then expand back into the hole as well. So that has the benefit of that as well, by not cutting the dowel, but rather burnishing and forming the dowel. And again, that's all done with the hard oak piece like this. I have maple. Maple would work also. Any kind of a hardwood that's harder than the wood that I'm using for the material to form the dowel on. Okay, that's the tip I wanted to show here on how to do this, and I thought it'd be interesting to show how it's done. And so thanks for watching. Have fun in the shop, and we'll see you later. Bye.